Welcome to Just a Few More Minutes podcast, where three veterans of the animation and video game industry talk about exactly that, animation and video games. Mostly video games, but sometimes a little bit of animation. Yeah. I'm Jeff Gabor. I'm one of your hosts. I am a supervising animator at Blue Sky Studios. Those Ice Age guys. That's me.
That's all we do.
Only 5 times with 2 shorts. That's it.
That's it.
Who are you?
I'm Michael Berardini. I'm a lowly, shitty animator at Blue Sky too.
But you got good ideas.
Yeah, that doesn't count for shit though.
Saving your job. Pete.
Oh, God.
I'm Pete Paquette. I am a animator, I guess, of sorts. And I am currently contracting.
That's right. So, we start every episode of this with an animation tip. And this week,
That's right.
we're going to figure out just quick tips for, at least from the three of us. I think you can join in, Michael. You can do it.
Thanks, pal.
Like, what makes a good demo reel? It's a question I probably get a billion times over, and no matter how many times I go to CTN, it seems like you got to say it again. Or SIGGRAPH, or just get an email from students from all around the world. It's still, like, it's still the information isn't quite there.
Yeah. Well, it's something that's unfortunately taught wrong in most respects.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
the school I went to, they did not tell me how to do it right. And I went to SIGGRAPH with a very, very embarrassing demo reel in 2003 and shopped it around, and it was not good. Not good. It didn't show one piece of animation for the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's no good.
It was just a series of broadcast graphics with it saying, like, something like...
Please stand by for demo reel incoming in 10, 9.
Oh, I think it was a series of flashing images, and then it would say 2D, 3D, motion graphic, animator.
Jeff Gabor.
Exactly. So doing all that, it took a long time before there was anything I actually ever seen.
Wow. Which brings up a very good point. I always tell my students to put all the contact information at the end of the reel. That way, us as reviewers don't have to sit through that every time.
Yeah, that's actually good. I never thought about that part. But that's a good thing. Like, if you got the job, we're going to look for the name.
Yeah.
Nothing at the beginning with your name is going to do you any good. Your first shot has to be your best. Anything that's like skeptical, where you're like, I think I could do that better, just don't even put it on the reel.
Yeah.
Where do you guys come down? Because I was just looking at my old Vimeo things, and I had my old demo reel from like my graduation reel, and it has like maybe I shouldn't.
Stuff.
Yeah, like stuff that I would never include on a video anymore, and it's just online.
I have multiple times been in reel reviews where you have their reel and you're like on the fence. You dip in. You'll go and look at their other Vimeo videos.
Yeah. But like,
you want to see what they're hiding. Like, oh, well, this was just from only 6 months ago. Let's look at it. Oh, no.
well, I'm also talking about like the contact info and stuff. Like, if you're uploading it to Vimeo or whatever, it seems not super smart to put your direct phone number and email contact on it anymore now, because I feel like anyone could watch it and just fuck with you. I don't
Phone
know.
number, yeah.
Yeah.
I would not put your phone number anymore.
Yeah, I would agree, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There's other means of contact stuff, right? You don't want to put that on the reel.
And I have all my old like demo reels and like comparison reels all have my Hotmail email. So I still get random emails every once in a while from those. I never check that. Never.
Yeah, I had a Hotmail account all through college, and I never used it again. And I'm still getting, like, spammed about it.
Yeah. All right, so outside of those couple things, best shot up front, contact information, you can make it short or you can put it at the end.
Is it best shot up front?
Definitely. Absolutely, definitely.
Because I feel...
And I think your second best, you're the one that lost toss should go at the very end.
Yep, exactly.
The what?
Like first place is plays first, second place plays very last, and then anything that's in the middle you put in the middle.
Because I feel like when I went through Animation Mentor, they told me I should do second best first, and then end your reel.
Man,
with
there's
your
a lot of
best.
things Animation Mentor does not do right.
I'm trying to remember it.
Maybe we should make this all about things that Animation Mentor teaches you that I don't agree with.
Like what else?
Silhouette. They overstress silhouette. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. If you're making a point with something, make sure it's clearly stated in the silhouette. No, that leads to cliche bad posing. That is what it does. I understand the principle of it. Your poses should be clear. But just because someone's holding an object does not mean it has to be staged out to the side and in silhouette. It's ridiculous.
It does seem at odds because I feel like AM was mostly about pushing the acting side of animation, and I feel like silhouette stuff is more for cartoony stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other things on the demo reel. Ooh. Make sure the company that you're hiring. Well, one, you want to make your reel towards the company you're hiring.
You're hiring a whole company.
Oh God. You
Yeah.
know what? Like it's late. Long day.
You're the one that wanted to do it on a Friday night.
Oh, I wanted to do it on a Friday night. I wanted to, Pete. I love it.
You did.
Yeah.
I know.
No. Okay. You want to have your employer in mind. So, like, what would a video game reel look like? What questions does a hiring company have that you need to answer?
Well, it depends on what type of video game
That's true too.
type and method. Like, is it gameplay?
Yeah, let's
Or
go
is
that.
it-
Let's go gameplay. I'm out of college or school or whatever, and I wanna make me some cycles.
Yeah, probably a run cycle, a walk cycle, and then I would go to like that. That would be stuff that I would include in the middle, because that's something that, like, if you're getting into games, you should know how to do. And where was I going with this?
I don't know. The rocking of your chair is slowly putting me to sleep. Waka, waka, waka.
But yeah, just make sure that you tailor your reel to what it is that you're going for.
I feel like
But I think
go ahead.
going back to my other thought that just came back to me is I think it's important to include not only those like run and walk cycles. I think it's important to include showing really well animated physical shots, full body, and if you have like creatures, you could throw it on there too, because
Yeah, that's true.
creature animation is very, very rampant in video games.
What studio used to do the animation test where it was a big guy versus a little guy? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
I feel like it was like Blizzard. It doesn't fucking matter. But I remember, to your point, that if you were basically getting a call from them, they would give you a couple assets where it's like a big giant versus a little guy, and the whole point is you're supposed to, I think, have the little guy win. It was like what is it?
David and Goliath.
David and Goliath. Why did I want to say Samson and Goliath?
Because you're a dingus.
Yeah.
Because you like Little Samson.
I do. I was watching a guy
Samson.
stream it today. That's maybe why it was on my mind. But I feel like also if I were like a video game company and I wanted to see the cycles, I would want to see the cycle in place, but then have a spinning camera around it at some point too, so you can see if the cycle works from different angles. Because that's something you don't ever have to worry about as a CG animator. But you better for damn make sure you... Oh, Jesus, wow, my language. And I'm doing an audio podcast. That's good. Anyways.
You should see what he looks like.
Yeah, no gel in the hair.
No.
Hair off.
You really look like a schlub tonight.
He's got that whole peppermint patty thing going on in his hair.
Yeah. My daughter literally 3 minutes before hitting the mics vomited 6 ounces of formula all over me. So I'm a little messed up.
He's like sitting in his boxers. They're shorts, but they look like fucking boxers.
They do.
Or what people used to wear in the 90s.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those shorts are stuck around.
Yeah, I'm looking good. Okay, for reels for CG Studios, the question's like, so that's like you want as a video game, yes, you want to know cycles, right? Good. See it turn around, yes. Physical action, creatures, good. All that for feature film studios, no cycles, no. Physical shots, yes.
Yeah.
So I think the thing, like I do a lot of reel reviews, and I always want to know, can the person act? Can the person be entertaining? And can the person do a physical shot? And do they have a sensibility for weight in that physicality, or do they have a sense of cartoony in that physicality? Like, those are two different types of physicality. So if you can answer all those things, yes, I can do cartoony, yes, I can do physical, heavy stuff, and I can act. And act as in, like, it doesn't, for the love of God, when I say entertaining, that means know your audience. Like, what is Blue Sky and Pixar, DreamWorks, what do we all do? It's movies for 5-year-olds for the most part. That's your demographic. So for the love of God, do not pick a dialogue shot that has someone talking about how they have cancer and they're breaking down in front of somebody.
Or like overly cursing, or
Yeah. Like, know your audience.
That gets annoying.
It gets so annoying, and this thing is like, Nick Bruno always used to say it, is like, why did you get into animation if you want to do those kind of acting shots? That's not what we do. Like, all you want to, basically, you're just showing off is, I can do acting. Like,
I feel like that's, again, going back to Animation Mentor, that's like all everyone was doing was super serious shots.
Yeah, and I feel like iAnimate pushes that real hard. Like, we saw the most reels with that from iAnimate.
Is there a school that's good with cartoony stuff? I don't really keep track of who does.
I mean, I feel
what.
like the strongest rigs to do cartoony are probably from Anim School. Like, those rigs are Blue Sky-ish rigs, are from a Blue Sky rigger. So I feel like those things can do quite a bit.
Which ones are theirs?
Yeah, I agree.
Malcolm rig.
I taught for both schools, and I can tell you that the Anim School rig is far superior.
Oh.
He's the guy that kind of looks like Ichabod Crane crossed with the dad from 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, that's your insider tip. If you're a youngster trying to figure out which online school to go to, maybe. Whatever.
I honestly wouldn't know what school to say is absolutely the best. I'm so far removed from them now. Especially Anim School. Like, I did some stuff for them back in the day. It's still on YouTube, but I didn't actually ever really teach there outside of doing some like campus type mentoring. They had a different name for it. I did campus mentoring at Animation Mentor, and then I did some question and answering stuff at Anim School, whatever it was. But I couldn't tell which school was better. I don't know.
Well, never mind then.
I don't know. You went to Animation Mentor.
Yeah.
You would definitely know more than I would.
I mean, I didn't even look at other schools. I didn't even know they existed. I just went to AM.
Did they? When you were around? Did they?
I don't know. I feel like they were. It just wasn't big. So, I don't know.
You wanted the name of Bobby Boombeck.
Yeah, I think when I went through there, he was going through his like emo phase with like the swooped black hair and the
Thank God.
the
I
earrings.
never did that.
I feel like you.
I remember that picture.
Yeah. So anyway,
Okay, let's end that shit.
animation.
So I got a few things of news. If you guys want to cover that.
Yeah.
Let's cover it.
Go.
All right. There's not too much to talk about because we're on the other side of E3 now. But a few things have come up, and one thing that I actually forgot to mention that I was extremely excited about that was announced at E3 that you guys probably could give two shits about is the Hyperkin Retron 77. It's made by the people who make the Retron 5.
Well, yeah, okay.
The Retron 77 actually plays old Atari 2600 cartridges.
No shit.
So, Yeah, and it upscales it to 1080p.
Whoa. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so no release date, no price yet, but I think it's going to be interesting. I got like 150 Atari games, and like
Jesus.
the systems are really getting old, so
Yeah. Yeah, those things I feel like don't hold up very well, the systems. I have an Atari 7800 and it is on its last leg.
yeah. Fun games though. Really fun.
Yeah. I feel like though video games in general were still getting their legs under them. Like
of course.
the best ones were few and far between on those systems.
Yeah. Yeah, that was also because it was the whole seal of approval era. So people were just creating shovelware for the systems.
Yep.
You know.
I think my favorite games on it were like Pole Position. I really liked that. What's the game where you're going around and trying to get the keys and
Keymaster.
Tutankhamun?
no, they mentioned the game a lot in Ready Player 2.
Are you talking?
Ready Player 1.
There
Sorry.
you go.
I don't know.
It's Blorg.
I know. It's like the first game that ever has like a secret message in the game too. You get to see like the game developer's name, whatever it is.
Oh, Adventure.
Adventure. Thank you, Jesus Christ.
Pitfall.
Well, Pitfall was a great game.
Star
Pitfall 2
Fox.
was fabulous.
Adventures of Bixby. Is that a game?
Bill Bixby.
I don't know. I feel like there's a bear or a squirrel. Bixby is a squirrel.
Okay.
All right. He just blows his whatever he's smoking.
Yeah, so that's the Retron 77. Keep an eye out for it at the end of the year.
Who are they catering that to? How many people are they going to get to buy that?
You fucking nerds, and that's it.
I'm going to buy one. I'm definitely going to buy
Whoa,
one.
hiccups.
I'd like to buy it. For sure, yeah. I love my Retron 5 still. Like, it got shit on. I still play it all the time.
Yeah, me too. It's a great system.
Speaking of, I don't know if it's in the news, Pete, but since we recorded last, the Super Nintendo Mini Classic Edition thing was announced.
Yeah, that was my very next...
Look at that segue that I did for you on accident.
Nah, that's totally fine. Do you have anything you want to say about it?
No, you start.
Everybody
All
wants
right.
one. It's got a good section of games selection.
Yep. Comes out September 29th. Nintendo somewhat promises that they're going to make more of them than the NES edition.
Why don't they just make more of the NES edition?
I have no idea why.
Because they're creating artificial demand.
If it was just to get people to like buy, see that artificial demand. But if they're not going to make anymore, they're not getting anything for the demand.
But, see, they're popping this Super Nintendo bullshit so that they can continue to delay the Virtual Console on the Switch.
That is true. That is pissing me off.
That was not announced at E3. Pissed me off. Didn't make me happy. That's where I want to buy my stuff. So now, Nintendo, you fucked with the wrong curly-haired loser. He will not be buying your stupid item. I'm not going to buy the Super Nintendo thing out of pure annoyance that I can't just buy the ones that I want and play them on my Switch.
Yep.
Yeah, that is true.
Is there a way to hook up like Wiimotes to the Switch?
I don't know. I just saw an article that you can somehow use your Xbox One controller on the Switch now.
Oh. Basically, what I'm getting at is that if they eventually get the Virtual Console out, which they said they were going to do, and I want to play an NES game, and I want to use a much more classic controller, how am I going to do that? Because I'm sure as shit not using the Joy-Cons with the messed up like,
button layout.
D-pads and layout.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I'm playing a Nintendo game without a proper D-pad.
No way, man. I mean, those little Joy-Con things are terrible for any sort of platforming or any sort of video game, really.
It's so true.
You got the Pro Controller.
The Pro Controller's great.
Yeah,
I love that thing.
I'm not sure it's gonna be right for classic games though. I still don't feel like the D-pad feels right. Like I was playing the Wonder Boy game, and it didn't feel right.
That game feels a little weird in general, though.
Yeah,
But that's because it's old, but it looks new.
I feel like the location of the D-pad is fucked up.
You talking on the Pro
On the
Controller?
Pro controller, yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't feel right. Like the best out of all the consoles I have is the Xbox. Like if you want to play a classic game, the Xbox has the best controller for that.
No.
Man, I really am being subjective. I would rather play a classic side scroller on the Xbox than the PlayStation. Not Castle Crashers, Shovel Knight. Just better on Xbox.
Yeah.
Wrong. I like the D-pad on the PlayStation. I feel like that's the best D-pad out of all the D-pads.
All right. I would expect you to say that though.
Yeah, I would expect you to suck a dick, and here you are sucking Xboxes.
It's still, all those D-pads don't compare to the original NES. They perfected it in whatever 1983, 6.
If they perfected it, why did everyone change it?
Because of patent issues.
Good answer. That's all I got on that.
The video game historian did cover that. I mean, sorry.
Yes,
we
Pete.
can. But if you're really interested in knowing why the different D-pads are, why they are different, the video game historian has a very good breakdown of the subtle changes other companies had to do to stay within the legal rights to still create a D-pad. It's cool.
That is cool. I'll have to check that out. I love the video game historian.
Yeah. He's like what I wish this show was.
But we come in completely unprepared and don't know what we're even going to be talking about, and his is probably researched. And
We came with very researched what a demo reel should be.
yeah. What should our animation topic be? I don't know. Demo reels? All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Just a Few More Minutes podcast, where we talk about animation and video games. I'm Jeff Gabor. I'm a son of a bitch. Who are you?
Cool.
That's what happened.
Cool. Pete, what are we going to talk about?
So games on the Super NES Mini.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. We'll go down the list.
Is
Contra
Star Fox?
3.
Oh, Contra 3. Star Fox, though? Yes?
Yeah. Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 3, F-Zero, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course, A Link to the Past, Mega Man X, Secret of Mana, Star Fox 2, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Let's see. Super Castlevania 4, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch-Out, and Yoshi's Island. I feel like out of all those titles, they could have done without one of the Kirbys.
How many Kirbys are there?
There's 2 Kirbys. There's the Kirby Superstar and Kirby's Dream Course.
I'm going to admit something.
You've never played a Kirby game?
I've never played a Kirby game.
Neither have I.
You haven't?
No.
You haven't played any Kirby game? Not even the one on the Nintendo?
Never had an opportunity.
Dude, you should start with the Nintendo one, just to get an idea of the concept.
I picked it up about a month ago, so I can finally give it a shot.
Man, Kirby games are really fun. They're really great, but when you put it side by side with some of these other titles, it just feels out of place.
I'm actually was quite surprised to see Earthbound was on there. It's a great game. I was just surprised that they would actually do it. I don't know. I thought they were going to be like above it or something.
Is this like the first time that they're releasing this officially in America or something?
Is that right?
Well, they released Earthbound on the Wii U a couple of years ago. Officially, that was the first time it was released since SNES days.
Is Super Star Wars on there?
Nope.
Oh, it's
No.
not?
No. That whole list of games was like pretty much everything I played on my Super Nintendo, minus Super Star Wars and Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball. That shit's good. If they had those, I would have been real happy.
Ken Griffey Baseball. I would have.
Ken
I
Griffey Jr.
could have gone through the entire list of games for the Super Nintendo. Never thought you would want to have had that on there.
Dude, I was hardcore baseball boy back in the day.
What?
How do you not know this?
You liked Ken Griffey?
Yeah,
He's handsome.
on the Mariners. Whoo boy. Yeah. So,
Are you still into baseball?
not even a fucking little.
Do you want to go to a Yankees game? Maybe.
I'm probably going to a game with Trevor sometime this summer.
Oh, he's gonna go see the Rangers.
Actually, Rangers and the Rockies. No, that wouldn't make any sense
Nope.
out here.
No, Mets.
No, but there was somebody's playing the Rockies.
The Mets.
Whatever. I don't know.
Well, it's either the Mets or the Yankees.
The Rangers fit in there too somehow because he's a Texan boy.
Right. But I'm pretty sure the invite was to City. Nobody gives a fuck. City Field is a nice stadium. Have you
Sure.
been there? It's
I'm-
nice.
I don't know.
Very family friendly.
Is that the Yankees stadium or the Mets stadium?
Mets.
Then I've been there with you.
Oh yes, we went for the Peanuts thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't that nice?
It was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What did you guys? You guys had your the premiere there or something?
No, we during the pre-production we had a small team of animators and to try to because the whole movie used to be much more centralized around baseball, even more than it is now. So we went and all saw a baseball game together to bond and to feel what baseball's like.
That's cool. So that's on the company's dime, I assume.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I think
we bought our own tickets.
Yeah, I think we did it ourselves. But we wanted to know what it was like to see some lovable losers, so we definitely went to the Mets instead of the Yankees.
Ha!
Boom! Eat that, Mets fans.
So that Star Fox 2, that's interesting as well, right?
Yeah, it was never released. Completed game that was never released.
Why was it never released? Does anyone know?
I think they wanted to push the N64, and it had something to do with, I think, the fact they were working with with Sony, and they were gonna
I don't know the reason.
there's some sort of connection between Sony and Nintendo when they were going to make their own console at the same time as Star Fox was coming out, and then the fact that whole thing fell through, and then they were pushing it to the N64 Star Fox.
Interesting.
Obviously, details in there should be filled in by somebody.
Probably the video game historian.
Yeah.
He actually did a whole thing on Star Fox 2.
Well, there you go. Go listen to that.
What are you doing still listening to this? YouTube.com/gaming historian.
Actually-
Brought to you by-
Speaking of
Audible.
YouTube, I'm not even going to ask anyone to subscribe to ours anymore. But our good friend Bert at work is leaving, but he's starting his own YouTube channel called Ask Bert. So look that up on YouTube. Give him a subscribe.
Hey, Bert.
I'm getting a call
Hey,
from
Bert.
someone in Denver.
Put it on.
Decline!
Oh, put it on.
No. Definitely not.
Any other games?
That's all the games, but moving on with the news, the Zelda DLC came out.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Master Trials or something like
Yep.
that?
Did you buy it?
I did not.
Did you buy it?
No.
Neither did I.
But guy at work did, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I thought was kind of pointless, but then ended up being really cool, that he told me about was the whole thing where it tracks your last 200 hours.
Yep, on the map.
Yeah. So everywhere you've walked, it'll do a little map, and then you can actually play back your journey through it.
Yeah.
But what's cool is when you download the DLC, it has already been tracking your last 200 hours.
Yep.
I didn't know it was going to do that. I thought it was going to be
Oh.
you download it and then it's everything forward from that, which makes sense to me. How has it been recording it this whole time?
Because they knew this DLC was coming 8 years ago anyway.
That's in one hand very cool, and the other hand fucking bullshit because it's already in there.
Yeah. It would be nice to see where all I've been. It would be especially nice for people who are shrine hunting. Because I did it the hard way, but it would be really easy to just look and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I very obviously have not been to this area.
Or the Korok seeds. There's 999, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear what the fucking...
No, I didn't, but I would like to know. We
Would
should
you?
spoiler tag this.
Spoilers coming in 10 seconds. Oh, hold on. All right, hold
10.
on. Oh, wait. Don't.
9.
Get out of this demo reel.
Get out your phones, everybody, and then hit the fast...
7.
Yeah, hit the 30 seconds
6.
thing, and I'm going to... All right, so the achievement
4.
for getting all 999,
3,
which takes probably years,
2.
is...
1.
It's a golden poop.
Really?
Yes.
What is it good for?
I don't know. You can't sell it and you can't do anything with it.
That's awesome. Fuck you, Hector.
How fucking dumb is that?
It's
All right.
sort of awesome. Troll all those idiots.
Yeah, it's the biggest, whatever. All right, we'll stop now.
On spoiler tag, if somehow you're listening... What is this? What are we
They
watching?
know to turn you back on.
Well, that's why it's funny, Pete. I don't know. What
All right,
even
so-
Zelda game is that?
I don't know. Ooh, look at that.
Wii U, all Zelda intros. But I don't...
This must be that last one, the Breath of the...
No.
the
It's
one I
definitely
played.
not. It must be from the fighting Zelda game. There was like a Hyrule Warriors or whatever.
Okay, whatever. All right, anything else, PD?
Yeah, the Nintendo announced that their online app for online features will be available on July 21st.
Whoa, shit, really?
Yeah.
That's so soon.
The day before Splatoon 2.
Oh, fuck
The
that.
online app for what?
The Nintendo app, because you can't...
Where you can chat?
Yeah.
When's that coming?
July 21st, Jeffrey.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it going to work?
That I don't know.
We'll see.
I'm very skeptic of it. But
Yeah.
Nintendo's surprised me before.
I mean,
Man. All right, we're going to get into... Pete, we didn't tell you this, but... All right, so this is going to be... this.
Huh?
We won't start it now, but this is our Game of the Month episode for ARMS, right?
Correct.
I think we're going to dip into Mario Kart a bit.
Now that it's the middle of July.
Why did I say that? Oh, yeah, because we got some major complaints to talk about in terms of, Nintendo cannot get shit right, technically, sometimes. A lot, very often.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
Pete, go. I don't know why I felt like that was
That's it.
important.
That's it for the news.
That's all the news?
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Not much.
Cool.
Can we get the ARMS soundtrack up? Look, you already have it. Oh,
Hold on, virus found.
what? The fuck was that? You looking at all the dirty porns?
You ready?
Yeah.
This is just a few more
Oh,
minutes.
dude, look, man.
This is just a few more minutes. Game of the Month episode featuring ARMS.
Yeah.
ARMS. Let's talk about ARMS.
ARMS time. The greatest game ever made. ARMS.
Arms.
I love it so much. ARMS.
If you
It's
do-
better than legs.
If you do go back to Nintendo talking about the Switch, they hit ARMS pretty hard. It was Zelda, and then they hit ARMS over the head. They thought everybody was
Yeah.
gonna play this, and then 1-2 Switch, which Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm just gonna fucking throw it out there right at the beginning. I like 1-2 Switch better than fucking ARMS.
So we know where this is going.
Milking a cow
Eating
is funner than playing ARMS.
eating a sandwich, which basically makes every guy playing that game look like he's...
Sucking off a fake dick is funner than playing ARMS.
Wow. That's
Shaking a fake can of soda, waiting for it to pop, is funner than playing ARMS.
Is this the whole review?
Taking a shit made of electric bolts of lightning is more fun than playing ARMS.
What is that in 1-2 Switch?
No, that's just going off of
Oh.
shooting mercury into your bloodstream is funner than playing ARMS. Can't wait for Splatoon.
So thank you, Nintendo, for giving us all free trials of ARMS. We very much appreciate it.
We didn't get no free trials.
But wouldn't that be funny if we just shit on them after getting the free game?
No, Nintendo doesn't even respond to my emails.
No, why would they? Who are you?
That cuts pretty deep.
All right, well, let's get into it. A lot of people joined us, and I think this is actually going to be a...
What do you mean a lot of people joined us?
I got responses.
You did?
I did.
Who's playing this game? You fucking idiots. Go play something else.
Yeah, I got responses. So I think opinions are going to be varied, outside of just yours that hates it and wants to suck on a dick or milk a cow.
My opinion is definitive.
Oh, yes. PlayStation, best controller for classic gaming. Everybody
I said
agrees with that.
best D-pad.
That's me.
Yeah, that's a hefty statement.
I'm saying of modern controllers between Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Oh, Jeffrey, we gotta get ad block on this fucking computer.
Listen, it's got viruses and shit. It's not even worth it.
All right, cool. Sell it to me.
All right. Well, let's break it down. We have a very specific way of rating games on JAFMM. That's just it for more me. Okay.
You're doing great.
So it's a 1 through 5. 1 being terrible. Rough, but not a disaster is 2. 3 is acceptable but not noteworthy. 4, noticeably great. 5, stands as the very best of its contemporaries. We rate graphics, sound, control, fun factor, the story. We tend to comment on how hard the game is, and then we each give it an overall score, which is not just a combination or a average of those scores. It's separated out to, like, should you really recommend this game? Should you play it?
Mine's an average.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
You like to average it.
Yeah.
Because you feel like games cannot possibly be more than the sum of their parts.
Hey, when the sum of their parts equal what I feel, I'm gonna go with it. All right.
Okay.
So what are you asking me?
Damn.
What did you rate the graphics?
I rated the graphics the highest of all the groupings that we've got at a 3.5.
Ah.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, I would like to know why.
Because these characters have arms, so I wasn't lied to.
Good point.
And then number 2, I like the graphic design of the menus.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
These levels are just fucking circles with ramen noodle paintings on the floor.
I agree.
Nothing special about that.
I agree. That's why I just gave it a 3, which would be the acceptable but not noteworthy. It wasn't distractingly bad, but it's certainly not great.
Yeah, it was. I actually gave it a 3 as well.
Oh,
See,
fuck, come on.
Who's definitive now?
I felt like it was very average.
I
The only thing, I guess, and I didn't know whether to put it under graphics or not, but how they, like, looking at the arms jiggling and spring out and spring back, I was just thinking about, like, geeking out over how this thing was possibly made.
That is true. There's some technical stuff going on that befuddled me, like Mr. Jello Pudding Boy.
Yeah, right.
How does he deform so much?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he goes like super flat and then he's all jiggly.
Yeah, how do they get a game rig to do all that? That's pretty cool. Didn't think about that.
Does he have legs? I can't remember.
No.
No, he's just a puddle that scoots around. So that was neat.
Must be a deformer.
And I will agree, Pete. I always in the hour and a half to 3 hours I spent playing this game, I did enjoy the rebounding jiggle on the arms in the replays when you win a battle. Which
So
was
cool.
Which was rare because this game sucks.
Sound?
Sound.
Yeah, we're listening to it right now.
This
Check
is
this shit
literally
out.
the only good part about it. The sound is fun. I mean, the music is great. Otherwise, you're just listening to punch, punch, punch.
Yeah. I rated the sound 2.5. It's getting close to rough. Like,
Fuck.
the music is okay, but it gets grating on you pretty quickly. But then the sound of the characters at the end of a match, like, bullying you and being annoying, like, really fucking started to piss me off. When you lose too many times and they keep talking shit to you, I like the I don't know, what do they say at the end of the match? The whole like winner and loser crap that they say. Like,
You've played this game
really annoying.
well more than I have.
All I ever did was play with the mummy, and all he ever does is growl.
Oh yeah,
I feel like you would play the mummy, Pete.
Who's your guys' characters?
I played, what's her name? Mechanica?
Right.
The yellow robot girl.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
I went the pop culture route and just did Ninjaro.
Yeah, everyone's fucking playing Ninjaro, and then he's really hard to hit, and you go online and you can't fucking punch him, and then you get your ass whooped, and it's like, boy, this game's fun!
I tried all the other characters, but I liked the fact that Ninjaro vamped around and like disappeared and reappeared. Like, that was a significant advantage that he had over all the other characters.
Yeah, a significant advantage where everyone literally just plays as Ninjaro.
In the world of video games, we call that OP.
Correct. So you should be better and rise above it and not do it.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I wanted to win. You should know that about me by now.
I do know that. If there's literally anything Jeff can do to win, he'll do it.
That's right. Still killing 2 acres on Pokemon. It's enjoyable.
Sad. Let's not even talk about Pokemon. Although I will say, I've had more fun playing Pokemon Go in the past month, which is 0% have I been playing Pokemon Go, than I have been playing this stupid game.
So what did you say the sound was over there?
Sound for me was I gave it a 3.5.
Oh.
For me, it was probably one of the better things about the game.
Agreed. That's why I gave it a 3. And somehow I'm rating everything higher than Jeff already.
That is weird. You hated it. Well, we'll talk about the overall score, but whatever. Control.
Well,
What was that, Pete?
What?
Okay.
I thought you farted.
No.
It's just your chair. Is that just your chair?
Yeah.
So let's talk about...
Do it again.
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't get it.
I bet you can't. All right.
let's talk about the 40 different ways you can control this game and how none of them are good enough.
So yeah, you can use the Joy-Cons as like motion control. So like when you jab, you can like actually jab your arm. You'll jab, and then if you cross your arm, you can block.
But let's point out, when you play and with the motion controls and you look like a fucking idiot,
Yes.
that's also when you have the most control over your punches, because then you can guide both punches individually based on moving your Wiimotes.
Right.
Right? You go and
You can control your punches by using the sticks.
Yeah, but then.
but
so-
only the current punch.
Right. So like if you're on the like the controller or the pro controller, so if you throw a punch and use your left stick, you can control it. But if you throw your right arm and you would control it, if you use your right stick, it that's your way to move around the set. So
Essentially, you can only control one punch or both punches in the same direction instead of individually.
the pro controller has that. Like, I'm sure there is some sort of workaround, but I found the same thing. I felt like I lost some control in being able to swing the arms with the sticks with the pro controller. There didn't seem to be a good workaround. Maybe there was, but I didn't. I felt the same thing you did.
Do you know what my favorite way to control the game is? I turn the Nintendo Switch off and walk away.
All right. Well, I like using the pro
I actually
controller.
gave control a 3.
Yeah.
It lost a point just for having motion controls in the first place. I hate motion controls.
I do too.
I felt like the game was almost unplayable using motion controls.
I agree.
Fucking motion controls. They doubled down on that shit.
Yeah. Let me. this is a good time to bring in one of the guys that gave some feedback on it.
Please.
Why? We can do this.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Let me fill some time.
Good one.
That was my joke.
Did I not forward the last one? That was.
I gave Control a 2, by the way. You didn't ask me, Jeff. You're just playing favorites with Pete over there.
Why is this... Like, I forwarded a bunch of them, but they're not showing up.
Well, while you fail, I'll read you what our friend Diego, a Latino lawyer, says about ARMS.
Okay.
I really enjoy ARMS. Mobility around the arenas is a key to success for me. I love the characters and learning the different abilities. Well, Diego, that's all I have to say.
Let me try to sign into my Gmail over here. Anyways, the whole point was that Ilan at work was playing it, and he was talking about using the motion controls.
You sent that email to everyone at work?
No, actually, one of the other guys in the animation department forwarded it to him because they knew he played ARMS.
Okay.
But anyways, he was using the Pro Controller, or not the Pro Controller, the motion controls, and he was talking about like blocking.
Yeah.
And it would accidentally throw a punch, like if he's trying to do it too fast. So it was like very frustrating for him that like he just couldn't get what he wanted out of it.
Yeah. Interesting wrinkle that I heard and didn't read, so I can't vouch for it at all. But apparently all the people at Nintendo who are like real pros at this game play it motion control style. I assume because of the...
Yeah, the arcing stuff.
Yes.
Or because of the awesome motion control ability.
Maybe it wasn't him.
Exactly.
God, man.
What?
I wish they would have done like more with the Pro Controller as far as like what does what. I guess I miss like having moves and stuff other than throw, and because I don't play fighting games very much, but I do know there's a lot more to it than this. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would say getting into the nitty-gritty of this.
Okay.
I feel like this is a half-baked fighting game that has not reached its full potential at all yet.
I do.
And it is, to me, it's barely qualifies as a full, well-rounded experience of a video game.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna quickly just run through the rest of my scores before I read some of the user comments. By the last comment, by the way, the last comment was talking about the blocking thing issue, whatever. It was Jonah at work. So
Jonah says, Pro Controller, I like punching with motion controls, but moving around felt really clunky to me. And when you block too fast with motion controls, a lot of times it would read as punching, which was super frustrating.
yeah.
I agree, Jonah.
All right, I'm going to blast through the story. I gave a 1. There is no story, and it was terrible. What little story there was fucking bad.
So why would you give it a 1? There's no story at all. It should get a 0. That's what it got from me.
Yeah, I probably should have rated it like a 0.5 at least. I don't know. It was not good. Challenge. The game's hard. The game is very hard.
Yeah, it's
You
stupid.
put that rate. You can go through a tournament and you can put it from like I think 0 to 9 or 1 to 9.
7.
Or 1 to,
I think it's 0 to 7.
is it?
Yeah.
It's hard. So I turned it up and I did like, let's see. Well, it doesn't matter. I turned it up like just below the very most difficult, and it took me a long time to beat it. Super hard. And then you go online and you play against other people. Well, they're all fucking good at it.
Yeah.
It's hard. It is a hard game. But overall, I actually, despite all those scores, I actually did find it fun and satisfactory, but averagely satisfactory. It was a good game for me. I gave it a 3 overall.
So why are you cruising through all this stuff and bypassing us?
Because I figured now you can blast through it. I just wanted to spit it out so we can get to it.
All right. So in my notes, for fun, I gave it a 1, and my note is meh.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say about that. And you already heard I gave this story a 0
Yeah.
out of 0. I mean, out of 5, I guess. Overall, Arms gets 2 punches.
That's your lowest rated game of the year, right?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Lower than Blaster Master?
Yeah, I know. You didn't even like Blaster Master.
Thinking back to it, Blaster Master blows this shit out of the water.
What did you give Blaster Master? Do you have it written down still?
Let me check.
Go, Pete, while he's looking that up.
So, I gave story pretty much a 0 because there really isn't any.
Oh, shit.
And like the overall, I gave it a 2.5.
All right.
You found it, though, like the challenge of how difficult it was. Like, that really bothered you. Like, you were having a hard time, like, winning a match, right? Like, it was...
Yeah, in the beginning, it was like really, and then partially that is because I was using the motion controls. Once I switched over to the gamepad, I actually like was able to defend myself and fight.
Yeah. Let me defend why I actually like the game. I like it because there very much is a react act aspect to, like, when you win or when you lose, it's clearly your fault. This isn't a button mashing game where you're just hitting the buttons as fast as you can to win. Like, there is a lot of like strategy to waiting to see what your opponent's going to do. Then you either throw a punch or you block or you dash. There's a counter to every single move. Like, if someone does one thing, there is a direct counter if you can just have the fast enough reaction time or have the proper counter to it. So
unless you've already thrown a punch and then you can't do anything because the fucking Ninjara disappeared and now you're waiting for your stupid arm to come back, but then he's already over here.
But you can dodge.
Still,
You can then dodge.
It's still just shit.
I suppose. Like I started getting really comfortable with the strategy of I use Ninjaro, and here's the other aspect nobody's even talked about. You can switch out your different arms. Each arm has a different like speed in which it goes, how it arcs, the damage it does, or how it affects the other person. It can completely like leave them debilitated. It can leave them frozen. It can leave them moving slower. So there's this like constant this like chess game of how the other person is playing. Then you can change your mode of playing to match theirs to like basically beat them. If they like to block a lot, like whenever a character blocks, say like Mummy, right? Your guy Mummy, like whenever he's blocking, he regains his health. That's his major advantage. But whenever you're blocking, you're susceptible to someone grabbing you. So if you throw both your arms at the same time, you literally grab the other character and pick them up and slam them, does a serious amount of damage. That's like the counter. Mummy people are constantly going to be trying to block, so you throw both your arms at the same time and stop them from doing their one thing that's unique to them. So there's all that kind of like chess game between all the different characters, which I found very rewarding in that it is a difficult game, but if you start to learn all those subtleties and how to know what beats what, it rewards you for that. Like there is a gain of skill, and it pays off once you know how to do it. So
maybe, but a video game should also be fun.
I agree, but like Overwatch is like that. Like everybody always talks about like how there's always a counter to every person. One person's strength ends up being countered by another person's strength, whatever. So there's always that. But I agree with that game. Like even though the learning curve is even higher than it is on ARMS, it's immediately fun.
Yep.
Where ARMS, you just get into these matches where you get your ass kicked over and over and over again. And I was talking to Drew about his experience with the game. We both went online and started fighting other people first, and you get beat up so badly you get discouraged. But you go into the private game where you're actually going through the tournament, and you learn a lot by playing the computer, basically. It sounds like I'm from like 1991 or something. When you play the computer, the AI, should I say that? When you play the AI?
Sure.
Anyways, you end up learning a lot, and you end up getting better by going through that.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of thrown aside when the test punch wasn't like a single player sort of approach.
Yeah, they should have done that.
Because I felt like when I was first started playing, motion controls aside, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah,
I know. But they clearly, they're just testing servers. They weren't trying to sell anybody the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah, well, no one's going to be playing this game in the next 6 months. That's what I think. Heyo.
Man, that's exactly what
Nintendo put out
Deb
Mario.
said.
What did Deb say?
Deb said the same thing. She's like, "Who's going to be playing this?"
Yeah, I mean, there's depth, like you say, to it, but there's not enough depth to keep anyone playing this beyond a month.
Yeah. So to finish off, Jonas said, "It's a really solid game and it requires a surprising amount of strategy. I was worried it would feel like a flashy or Wii boxing, but the controls are thankfully a lot more nuanced and precise, which means it's really competitive. His only real problem with it is the lack of content, but with free DLC coming in, hopefully it'll get better soon." And he plays.
There really is a lack of content in this game.
It's quick burn. And did you guys get into like the side, like the gimmicky games? Because it's not just a fighting game. Like it's all these. Like,
No, yeah, the best part of the game is the volleyball.
Did you play the basketball?
Yeah, I fucking hate the basketball.
Horrible. Fucking horrible.
It's really annoying.
It is. Did you play the AI in basketball? Because that's really terrible.
I mean, I
They just
played
kicked
AI
you.
and people.
Kicked my fucking ass. Anyways, yeah. So there's these side games. Like one, you do volleyball where you're just trying to make sure this ticking time bomb just is on their side of the net when the time's up, or you just get them to let it hit the ground. So it's much more like a beach volleyball where you're just keeping it up in the air, keep it up in the air, and don't let it touch the ground.
See, if they had more stuff like that, I still wouldn't care. I thought that was the best part. The fighting
What about
was
the one where
so not.
when you're on the other side of like a court and you're trying to?
That's my least favorite.
I don't even know
Hitting
why
all
I'm
the
winning or why
targets?
I'm losing. Yes,
It's the targets. You have to hit more targets.
I know,
than
but
the
then you
other
get a
person.
shit ton of points for hitting the other person that's across the screen.
Yeah.
I hated it.
That was the worst part
Yeah.
of the game.
There'd be times where I would win by tripling up their score, and then there'd be other times where I would lose 5 times in a row to the AI, not know why, and then next match I would win by an extreme amount. I'm like, I didn't do anything different.
Yep. And then to unlock new arms, you play a variable of that game too. Basically.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That stupid mini game. It's like, just let me unlock stuff. Don't tie unlocks to spending my money on timed things where I can't possibly get an unlock. I'm just wasting my fucking money, so I have to play your stupid game even more.
That sucks. Yeah. That part, I don't like that. Like, you have to play so long to unlock the ability to play another game.
And then there's that like little graph matrix thing of all the arms that you can still unlock. It's like, I'm never going to play this game that much.
I saw
Fuck
all that and I was like, I'm enjoying this game. I'm never doing that. Never doing that.
So you went through all 7 levels.
I did not go. Could not beat level 7. Could not do it.
Oh, I thought you you texted us and said, just beat the game, beat level 7.
No, what did I text? Let me find.
How far did you
I
get,
thought
Pete?
you beat the game too. I got to like 3.
Yeah, yeah. I think I quit at 3
Oh, yeah.
too.
I finished on level 7, it says. But 7 must not be the highest then.
I'm pretty sure it is, because I thought when I was talking to someone that there were 7 characters, which meant there were 7 levels, and you were supposed to play each level with a different character so you could figure out their moveset.
Oh.
But then we realized there's 10 characters, but there's 7 levels of.
Did you bring your Switch?
No.
Okay. Well, fuck it then. So yeah, I guess I beat it on level 7, whatever that was.
Let me just say, I resent ARMS for making me have to delete Minecraft from my Switch to fucking make room for this piece of shit.
You should have done what I did.
What?
Bought hard copy.
It's fucking.
Because now I have the opportunity to at least sell it.
That's true. Damn. Could have got a little bit of money back.
Yeah.
$3 from GameStop.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, like, you're talking about, you guys didn't even see the end of the story. Like, there was a moderate story.
No, there's
It
not.
just got ridiculous.
I saw online the wiki for ARMS is like, one day everyone woke up with spring arms, so they turned it into a sport, and that's the setup for this stupid game.
It's right up Nintendo's alley. Like, if you read all the old original Nintendo games, that's about how they explain everything.
You know what I would have preferred over this?
Anything.
Is another Punch Out.
Oh, man. I thought about that. All right, so when you guys are talking about how difficult the game is, think about back to Punch Out. That shit is hard. Like, you have to...
It was hard, but when you lost, you knew why you lost. When you threw
Did
a punch, you knew exactly what you were doing.
I don't... I feel like it's similar in the reward. Like you're trying to do like on Punch Out, you're trying to do pattern recognition and trying to figure out when this person does this, I need to dodge left or right, or I need to block or whatever. Like, so you had to learn that sort of workflow with it. But I feel like that's the same thing with arms. It's like when this person does this, I have to do that. You have a very little window to do it in. That's it. Like I don't feel like it's that different. I don't know. Fuck it.
Whatever.
But I
They
do think
should've-
I agree. Punch Out's better.
They should have released Smash. Where the fuck's Super Smash Brothers, huh?
All right.
Huh? Where's a good fighting game? Where I can play as Zelda and beat up on little pink Kirby?
All right. How about from Milan?
Where's Pikachu?
Milan's been playing it for 2 days, and here's his thoughts. The game is actually a lot more fun than he was expecting. It's fast paced and it's dynamic, and it has
And it's
a few
what?
different modes. Dynamic.
Stop paraphrasing and read it.
I haven't tried all of them yet, but for some of the few that he has tried, especially the volleyball and the versus target punching. The few stages I have played in have a nice variety. Each one is a bit different in terms of fighting within them. The online experience is nice, but there isn't much time waiting between matches.
Yes, there is. There's a way too much waiting. I'm just sitting there with my little guy jiggling
As he
around.
says, in between you have the option to target practice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time targeting something that I don't want to
Here's one
target.
thing I did like about Juan. He had like 3 main things that he would like to improve about the game. One,
Great.
it would be nice to have a little bit more interaction on stages, like breakable and throwable cars, cool objects to interact with when throwing a character near them, like the hoops mode. But when near interactable objects and otherwise, whatever. Interactable.
That's a good point.
That is
because that
great
one stupid level where you have to fight Beyonce, and you're around all the cars.
Yes.
Just fucking throw those out at
Right.
each other.
Yeah. All right.
Beyonce.
More variety in power-ups. Think Super Smash Brothers, like power-ups, maybe temporary giant fists or flaming fists, etc., or maybe a temporary companion like what Bite and Bark have. What they are.
Yeah, those losers.
And then 30 said, I don't know if this is a great game or not, but
Nope.
new unlockable characters would be great.
I don't know if this is in the game.
Oh,
or
in the
not.
game. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah, more
There's
characters
no
would be great.
unlockable characters you can play, right? Are there?
I feel like you could probably unlock the final boss guy that you beat on the last stage of the.
Headlock, I think his name is.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck, I was gonna say something. Oh, Overwatch. That has 25 characters. I found out today. Arms
a lot.
has 7. I don't even think Arms is that well balanced, but according to lots of people, Overwatch is quite well balanced.
That game's really hard, though.
Yeah, but that's
Bree at work played it. See, all these people that almost all of them really like the game. Man, oh man, I love playing Arms.
What
I
is
struggle to
wrong
play
with
with the
you
motion
people?
sensor Joy-Cons.
Bree.
I have to play with a regular controller. I love how hard they made it. Even their level 4 Grand Prix is a decently hard trial. The game's really
Side games.
the side games really help develop your skills. Man, it's at a distance.
It's really not that hard to read it.
I love the equal number of girl characters and how kick-ass they are. The Arms test is also great. But dude,
I'm just sitting here, man.
Arms test is also great to get to know the different abilities of the different arms and to force you to play out of your comfort zone a little. I think that is all the feedback I got. Okay, yeah.
Well, everybody,
I'm surprised so many people played with us.
Yeah, Kimberly Allen, another one.
what?
I really like the game a lot. I think the simplicity of it is what what's next line?
Like
it
the most.
Oh, like the most. Okay, you can clearly see it better than I can. Just say it.
It's a game you can pick up and figure out fairly quickly, but it's still challenging. I also like the whole rock, paper, scissors aspect to it, where blocks counter punches, grabs counter blocks,
How can
etc.
you see it that well?
Also, the characters make it really fun and lighthearted. Well, you're going to have to wait to listen to the podcast. I didn't read that part out loud, but everyone can get what you said. Why is everyone liking this game, Jeff? Pete? You're on my side.
Yeah, I'm more on your side than I am on the middle. I'd say.
See, this is interesting with Kimberly. She's only played 2 players, and so has only used 1 Joy-Con.
How the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah, right? I don't even know how that works.
We were just talking about how terrible that thing is.
Yeah.
I read all of Jonah's.
Well.
Did you read all of Diego's?
Yep.
Okay, that was all of it. Okay. So that's a hand. I mean, for given all the game of the months, it's a lot more people played it this month or this game than a lot of other games we did. And I feel like that's a good sign.
Well, it's because it's a Nintendo game. Everybody plays Nintendos.
Well, that is. I think the other game we had the most response to was Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. I changed my overall score because I checked. Blaster Master was a 2. So now Arms is a 1.5.
All right, so it's not some of the parts.
Wow.
There you go.
That's how strongly he feels about it.
It has to be at the bottom of the list. There's not a game that we'll play that is worse than this year.
I remember giving Challenge of the Dragon a 1.5 on Retro Game Break.
Oh,
years ago.
yeah. That was out of 10, though, right?
I think so, yeah.
Wow, that's... This is out of 10 too, by the way. So, can I tell you what I've actually been playing?
Yeah.
Instead of Arms all month?
Yes.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
I knew you wanted me to do a nice segue.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to point out that I platinumed Horizon, and that game is infinite.
You platinumed it.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Dude.
It's such a fantastic game, and it's an easy platinum. If you just play the game in a thorough manner, as I tend to do, find all the collectibles, level up sooner than the quests recommend, and you're going to get that sucker. Okay, you're going to get it. It's such a good game. It's so good.
I know. I do want to play it. I do.
I've just started rewatching an entire new playthrough of it because I miss it. Aloy is such a good character, and Bree mentioned how Arms had cool kick-ass characters. No, it doesn't. Horizon has cool kick-ass girl characters. Aloy is the fucking coolest feminine kick-ass character of the past
Since Lara Croft.
year. I don't know how long, but she's great.
Since last October.
Sure. What was October?
Or November, Lara Croft.
Oh. Anyway, Horizon is great. That's all I have to say about it. It's not going to be a game of the middle of the month because I'm hoping one of these idiots plays it 1 month and we can all discuss it at that time. But the other actually, let's make this the game of the middle of the month for July.
Okay.
Because it's already pretty much the middle of July and we're doing the June game of the month.
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart.
Played a shit ton of that.
There's a Nintendo game worth playing. Am I right, everybody?
Yeah, I wish we could play somehow.
I mean, we could. I sent you a friend request like a month ago, but you never responded to it or accepted my request, so...
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
We honestly do. Like, we'll see friends online and jump into matches.
Yeah, I'm not a big online guy, but they make it pretty easy. You just go online, you go to your friends, and if there's a little flag next to them, you can just pop into their game.
Oh, man, I'm actually really looking forward to the app coming out in a couple weeks and seeing how that affects Mario Kart 8.
Yeah. Ooh, we could probably party up easier. I don't know.
We could maybe get onto the Blue Sky Wi-Fi, and then Pete can join in.
Oh, you mean at work?
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be dope.
that would be cool.
That would be the bee's knees.
Because we've been playing kart at lunch, minus Jeff. He doesn't ever play with us anymore because he's too bigwig, too cool for us. But at lunch, we play usually 6 races. It's a very fun time. This is rapidly becoming my favorite kart, even more so than Mario Kart DS, which you think is the greatest kart of all time.
No, it's just the definitive Mario Kart.
In what way?
It has the coolest nuances to the game.
You just like it because you're better than everyone at it. That's why you don't like Mario Kart 8, because I'm better than you at it.
You do beat me. It does keep track of how many times like you've won or lost. My ratio is best to you out of all the Blue Sky people I've played. Maybe that's switched now, like because I had a few games I won against Deer Chair the last few days.
Wait, what are you saying?
My ratio is not good against you. Like I think the last time I checked, it was 6-10 against you.
Oh.
That was a while ago, though. Like now, I'm sure it's much lower.
Yeah.
And but
see, that's how few fucking races we've played together. 16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, that was it. But my one to like tab at work was terrible. It was like 2-14 or something.
Yep, me and Tab. I've been catching up. Tab is at the top of the top right now. He's at like 86, and I'm at 80. So we've had a fair amount of races together, me and him. Man, it's so good. Double items this time, boys. Come on now.
That's cool.
I like it a lot. 200cc, that's fun too.
I like that a lot.
Takes some skill. You gotta brake.
Gotta brake.
You gotta brake.
You gotta hold down like 3 different buttons to brake right.
Yeah, you gotta drift brake.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Pete, you played any of that 200cc?
No, I haven't. Most of the game playing that's been done with that has been my son. He loves that game, and I've watched him play it, and I've played it a little bit here and there, but from what I can tell, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I would say, well, I guess Zelda is still my favorite Switch game, but Mario Kart is rapidly becoming my most played Switch game. And it will always stay on the roster.
Who's your character?
Well, I would sort of like to change it, but I started playing with Wario because that's what we played on DS.
Yeah.
But now I've just gotten used to him, so I'm sticking with him.
Yeah.
And I ride the Wiggler, the little centipede-looking guy.
Yeah.
And then you got the rollers. So those give you some nice acceleration. And then I got the squirrel. That's what I roll, everybody.
There's such a strategy. Like I think those heavier characters are considered the characters you're supposed to play as, right? They're supposed to be the best ones. You're supposed to play with.
Not necessarily.
Well, I guess it's talking about the way you play as well. But in terms of just characters, I think that are cool to play with. I like playing as Tanuki Mario. He's cool looking.
Yeah. But you tend to just play as Iron Man.
Oh yeah, as my Mii.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Mii is Iron Man.
Looks great until he smiles.
Yeah. It all falls apart.
All right, well, that's all I have to say about Mario
I was going to run
Kart.
it down, just real quick. Graphics on that game amongst his contemporaries?
3.5.
Yeah. 3.5, 4, yeah. Sound, pretty good. I like it.
I like that
music.
jazz music.
Yeah, it's good.
That's a 4 right there.
Yeah. Controls, that is controls.
5.
Really tight.
5.5.
Really tight.
7.
Fun.
5.5. 7. 14. You just don't like it because you lose. Play more, get better. I mean, that's what you could tell me about ARMS too, but...
Story? Oh, no. No.
No, it's got a fantastic story.
Yeah.
It's the story you bring to the table, you know what I'm saying?
Challenge, and it's hard. There's a learning curve to it.
I don't rate challenge.
200cc trying to unlock everything. Come on, you gotta know what you're doing. That's tough.
It's not so hard anymore, but it was.
But it was.
It was definitely tricky at first.
Overall,
5 out of 5.
I don't know about that.
5 out of 5. Perfect game.
I don't even think you gave Zelda a 5 out of 5.
Fuck you, ARMS. 5 out of 5. Let me check Zelda. Phil
I gave
there.
Zelda a 4.5. I don't think this is better than Zelda. So this has got to be like a 4, a 4.2.
It's a simpler game, but we're not rating it against Zelda. We're rating it against other racing games.
Okay.
5 out of 5.
TS is better.
Just because you're better at it.
Because there's snaking, and I like that.
Snaking is harder.
And I like that you can play teams and hit your own teammates.
Jesus, I had to look at all these notes I wrote down for Zelda.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the notes I had for ARMS?
I think your note for ARMS was like, we're doing that tonight.
Very little.
It's one word for each section.
Wow. Hold on. This is still going. Oh, I had so many notes about Zelda.
I think that's a lot more.
Oh, wait. We didn't... Me and Pete didn't rate Zelda because we hadn't beaten it yet.
Oh.
5 out of 5!
I do remember that now. Hey, look, there's a commercial we're going to listen to.
Nope, muted it.
All right. Do we have... I think you guys did pick a July game of the month, right?
Well, we can discuss it. Pete and I were maybe thinking Doom.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah?
I've not thoroughly ever played a Doom game.
Well, this one will be pretty different.
Yeah, give it
What
a
system?
shot, you know what I'm saying?
Systems, PS4?
Yeah, it's on Xbox,
Is it?
PS4, Steam.
Good. It's on Xbox.
It's relatively cheap now, too.
Yeah,
Anybody wants to play it with us, it's probably like, what, $30 now?
I feel like it was just on sale everywhere for like all the summer deals.
You sure you don't want to make it Splatoon?
I'm fucking positive. I'm not playing another Nintendo game until Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
I'm definitely not playing Splatoon. I played the beta, whatever they called it, thing. That was terrible. I did not like the game.
Was it called a test splat?
Probably something like that.
A test splooge?
My son really wants it, so I'll probably end up playing it a few times. I didn't like the one for the Wii U.
It's
That's
pretty much the same game, right? They're just putting a 2 on it.
I didn't like it at all. Because you had to use motion controls to move the fucking viewport around. It sucked.
Yeah.
Doom is scary though, right?
I feel like this one's more like hardcore, just like rock and roll.
Okay. Because there was a Doom game that came out in
Doom 3.
2000s.
Doom 3.
Was it?
And it was trying to be super scary.
It scared the shit out of Jamie.
Really?
It did. He tried to play it in the middle of the night and he had to stop playing.
Oh.
So I never played a Doom game. I was like, if that scared Jamie, I can't do this.
I would also like to put out there that while I'm playing Doom, I'm also probably going to be playing The Evil Within, which I got for $15 on a sale a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Real excited for that
Sales are
one.
going on.
Scary
All the
games.
sales have been going on lately.
Yep. Oh, also,
Did you guys-
just... Nope, go for it.
Oh, did you guys pick up anything on the sale other than
Well, I was just going to say, I'm looking at PlayStation Store right now, and Adrift is $3. Adrift is that game that is on Oculus VR. It's not on PlayStation VR yet for some reason, but you're in like... It's basically Gravity, the game from that movie.
Right.
But $3, that's a steal. That's saving 85%. So that's cool. Let me just look Doom up real fast.
Yeah, let's do that.
Did you get anything on the Steam summer sale, Pete?
I got Steven's sausage roll. It was on sale.
Oh,
for
I've...
like $7 or something like that on Steam.
Mr. Jonathan Blow tweets about that game constantly. He praises it as like one of the best games ever.
Yeah,
What's the
I
game
haven't
called?
played it yet, but Steven's sausage roll.
It looks like the dumbest fucking game you've ever seen, but it's supposed to be just a,
What would it sound like
fantastic
If Jonathan
puzzle
Blow
game.
tweeted about Steven's sausage roll.
I don't know, Jeff. Tell me.
I'm Jonathan Blow. Steven's sausage roll, the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Hashtag sausage.
Doom is $30 right now on PlayStation, not on sale.
I feel like that impression slowly got worse and worse.
It's slowly turned into something more and
supposed to-
more offensive,
Yeah,
though.
it was supposed to sound like Temple Grandin.
Like who? Oh, right. I
I'm
remember.
Temple Grandin. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it was supposed to be. And then
Right.
slowly it just started to sound like I was making fun of people.
Yep.
Ooh. segue.
All right.
Went to work. Got to work super early this morning.
Okay.
6, right?
Sure.
So, trying to stay awake early in the morning.
Right.
Put on my old Netflix.
Okay.
Put on Waterboy. That is,
Holds up.
it is offensive.
Yep.
Like, wow. Like, they just liberally throw around the word retard and retarded all over the place. And he puts on a not so nice accent.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that was a major blockbuster.
Times have changed, my friend.
Yep.
You fucking snowflake.
How do you know to quote that movie?
Wait, they say that in that movie?
Yeah, they call him a snowflake. Yeah.
I just feel like that's what everyone calls SJWs now.
No, I'm mixing
Social
it up. I'm mixing it up.
justice
Yeah,
warriors.
you're right. Yep.
Oh.
I was thinking of John
I
Oliver.
thought you were saying, like, what would Jesus do?
No, I was watching John Oliver that night, and he was talking about the guy that was calling people snowflake.
Yeah.
That's why I was mixing that up. So,
Yeah. Did you know John Oliver was on the hit TV show Community back in the day?
I did not.
We started rewatching that because I haven't seen it since the original airing. And he's just a real fucking dorky looking dude.
That's great. That is great.
All right.
Good stuff.
Yep. Jeff's tuned out.
Tuning out.
You know what I did recently was I joined the Atari Age forum and actually hooked up my system and joined this online patch quest thing to try and get high scores in different games.
Yeah.
It's been pretty fun. I've unlocked like 7 patches or something like that. Unlocked. Well,
Wait, what is this for?
He's playing other old people playing Atari games with him.
I see. But like, are they digital patches or real patches?
no, they're
So,
like
like-
digital patches. But
That's pretty cool though.
yeah, it's just for the hell of it.
You see, he can never see your face.
Did you see how fucked up my hair gets when I just play
Yeah,
with it
dude.
all night?
Oh.
You know, whatever. Only the people who love me get to see me this way.
All right. Well, we're wrapping this up.
Okay.
I just want to say goodbye.
Yep.
We're no longer recording any more podcasts here. This is our last one.
Oh, that's true. Everything's changing soon.
This is it.
Yeah.
By here, he means in this
We're
house.
moving?
Yeah.
When?
This house will no longer be mine in a week and a half.
Wow. Are you ready to move into your house?
Nope.
Ah.
I need to
So
get there though. I mean, I own the other house. Just everything's not in boxes yet.
The
where are
real
you gonna live in the meantime?
We'll get ready. We got a week and a half.
The other question is, will I be willing to drive 8 hours to record the podcast at your place?
All right. Well, it's 25 minutes tops.
That's not even true.
It's not. It's absolutely true. You take a little drive up to the Merritt. You cross over to Highway 7. And then
You're
you
going to
go
tell
Grist
everyone
Mill
how to
Road.
get to your
You
fucking
take
house?
Grist Mill off-road to
Weirdo. All right. Don't put your demo reel. Don't put your phone number on your demo reel. Don't say how to get to your home on your podcast. Those are the tips of the night, people. Also, don't play arms.
Ba 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 ba. It's Michael's top 6 suggestions of the week.
That was 3. Number 4. Let me go see It Comes at Night. Somebody come see It Comes at Night with me. Right?
Subscribe to Bert.
Subscribe to Ask Bert on YouTube. Look for him. Right now, it's just a very minimal, shitty YouTube page. But let's get him past our 80 subscribers.
What about Spider-Man? That comes out this weekend. We should all watch that.
Yeah, sure. Everyone go watch Spider-Man. That's top 6 things to do.
In the summer, vacations,
Yeah.
scooters. All right, I'm fucking calling it. Jesus Christ.
Why are we doing this on a Friday night after
I don't know.
drinking, saying goodbye to a dear friend of mine?
He's not your friend.
Yes, he is.
He's Asian.
So that's... I don't understand that comment. Just fucking end the show, you weirdo.
All right, this has been just a few more minutes where three veterans of the animation video game industry make semi-racist jokes, and
Only one of them.
now you laughed. So you made it.
Oh,
That counts.
okay.
That's signing off.
Wrap it up, monkey butt.
See? That was racist?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh,
about it.
God. Look at Peace just wiping his face out of shame.
All right. Just play the music.
No, Pete, have a good weekend.
Thank you. You guys have a good weekend, too.
No, that's not happening.
I will.
All right. Bye.